Hi guys, we're back for the third time.
Microphone checker.
Mic
One,
check,
two,
mic
checker.
check. Hi, I'm your girl Mercy JustFly, your freaky tattoo artist, and I'm here with my co-host,
Sentinel bear.
my soulmate.
Oh
Today's
my
episode.
God.
On tonight's episode, what kind of swap do you?
Well, I don't do such distasteful and debaucherous things anymore. I beat people for fun. I don't swap.
You, you beat people for fun. I get beat for fun. It's why we got a good mix.
Well, so I say that because, as you know, I am not so much a swinger anymore. Definitely not as much as I used to be. I am kind of swinger adjacent or swinger friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a swinger. I'm a minger. That's like an imitation swinger.
You're a minger.
Yeah, they would sell me at the swap shop. I wouldn't be at the Louis Vuitton store.
They would sell you at the swap shop.
I'm an imitation swinger. I'm not
You're
the
an
real
imitation
thing.
swinger?
I'm not the real thing.
I don't think I'm a Louis Vuitton, but I think I'll go for Coach.
No, I come from China. I'm
You-
definitely I'm definitely imitation. I'm the Louis Vuitton that you find at the swap
You're the-
shop when you're on vacation in Cancun, and
You're
they
the-
got the little
wait,
lady
you're
that's
the-
selling them on the side of the street.
You're the woo
That's me.
wee.
Yeah, that's
You're the woo wee wonton. Woo wee wonton.
I'm not a swinger. I'm a minger.
You're a
I'm
minger.
I'm an
You're a
imitation
minger.
swinger.
So you mingle with the swingers? Is that what it is?
Definitely. Some of my best friends are swingers.
Your soulmate's a swinger.
Some of my best friends are swingers. I have multiple swinger friends. I love swingers. I used to be a swinger. I have just not done that in a long time, and that is not the lifestyle I am. I guess I am kind of a part of it because, like I said, I'm swinger adjacent. I just don't do it as much.
I mean, you're under the umbrella, the lifestyle umbrella. You take up 2/3 of that umbrella, the BDSM and the poly.
Well, to be honest with you, kinksters, people that are in the BDSM world, they call BDSM the lifestyle. And then swingers
We call
call
it the life.
BDSM, they call swinging the lifestyle. So you have no idea how many times I've been at parties and people are talking and they say the lifestyle, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Which one are you?
Which
What
lifestyle
do
are
I
you
do
talking
next? Yeah, which
about?
one are you talking about? And the worst part is when you're in the BDSM lifestyle and people say the word play, they mean non-sexual kink. They mean like a beating, a flogging, rope play, fire play, electricity, wax,
all that good stuff.
all that stuff. But when swingers say play, they talking about fucking.
We talking about fun.
So when I'm at a party and people come to me and they're like, "Hey, you want to play?" I'm like, "I think so.
Maybe.
What did you have in mind?" And they're like, "Play." And I'm like, "No, I don't know. Can you be a bit more specific?"
Just a little bit. Just a tad bit more specific.
So it is definitely different.
Me, I call BDSM play scenes.
Right.
You're doing a scene.
We're doing a scene, right?
You're doing a scene. And then in the lifestyle, when you play, you're playing.
That's just play.
Playing with this passoir.
Ew. That's play. That's play. Ew.
Says the guy who, anyway.
I knew this other person that used to say that all the time. Just ew.
Oh, it's the passoir part. I'm gonna go back to my old
So as
ways.
we were saying, how do you
swinging this pussy?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. I need you to be crass with it. I need you to just hit me in the face with it.
Knock you the fuck out.
Yes. So as we were saying.
All right.
What kind of swap do you?
What kind of swap do I do? I guess it depends on my partner. I've been the majority of my lifestyle time that I've been in there. I've been single the majority of the time.
Okay.
About 95% of the time I've been single. So I would fall into like the unicorn category, sort of, kind of.
If you're a unicorn, your horn's real short.
It is. It's like
short.
It's
It's more like just a pimple on your
It,
forehead. It's not a real
okay,
horn.
so my unicorn horn, it's like a penis.
Nah,
Certain situations it'll
nah,
grow.
nah. If it's a
Certain
penis, it's a microcock. Because your unicorn horn is real small.
it grows for the right couple.
Like you real picky when it comes to women.
I am really picky when it comes to
So
women.
your unicorn
look,
horn is like super small.
before we forget, and you get Franklin's on.
Yo, Franklin, what's up, son? Yo, I ain't seen Franklin in a minute. Every time I see Franklin, I get hyped because I ain't seen Franklin in a minute. And when you want to talk about the best kind of stupid, Franklin is the best kind of stupid. Like the coolest, stupidest, most funnest motherfucker. That's Franklin.
That's my best friend. And my other best friend is on there too. Yo. And Cookie, shout out to Cookie, Prime Lifestyle. That's my bestie. But yeah, see, well, Franklin was like, for a minute there, when we were vibing, he was kind of like my lifestyle buddy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We had a moment there where he was like my lifestyle partner, and we would do all the lifestyle shit, go to secrets together, trapeze and parties. Well, did we go to any parties? Yeah, Denise's parties.
I'm about to say, you know you did.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, no, because I was thinking like Island and them. I don't think he ever been to like Island's party, but yeah, Franklin was my swinging buddy. So how do I swap? I mean, I guess I'll tell you what ideally would be what I would love
to watch.
No, I do love to watch, but not like I mean, it depends who's
yeah, okay.
It depends who's getting down.
You want to show. You want to feed your eyes.
Okay. And not only that, when I was in the beginning of my lifestyle career, I was the show.
Yeah.
Like I went, so when I first got into the lifestyle, first of all, I've been doing lifestyle shit way before I even knew there was a lifestyle.
Most people get into it without knowing it's a thing.
Like I did not know that there was a whole community out there of people like me.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I did not know that they were out there. And so when I found y'all, I was like, oh my God, home. And so now I would rather go to a lifestyle party anytime before I go to like a vanilla regular party, because I can be naked and I can get loose and when I say loose, I mean like be myself, not loose going around.
And it's funny because you would rather go to a lifestyle party even if you're not having sex, even if you're like not even in a mood or in a situation where you can't have sex. You still want to go to a lifestyle party to hang out and have fun.
I do. Yeah. So now that I've been in the lifestyle, I would say going on like 5 years. In the beginning of me meeting my peoples in the village of the lifestyle people, it was all brand new to me. And then of course I was just like a little kid in a candy store.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Although I can still say that to this day I have yet to have a gangbang. So I think I did pretty good.
Good luck.
With getting one or not?
With having one.
With having one?
No, I wish you all the best.
I don't want one.
Okay.
No, I don't want one. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm good, because in the beginning there were some situations where things were going down and there was a line, and I was like, I look up and I'm like, what the hell? And there's like a crew of line of people, and I'm like, nah, like this is not what's going on here.
What's the number? Where does it start to be a gangbang and not just?
Okay, so when I say a gangbang, I mean like I have not been like the center of attention in a room where I have guys fucking me back to back.
Okay.
That to me is a gangbang, or like some people would call it a train or whatever. But that's what a gangbang to me is. Like,
I mean, technically, to be honest with you, if you want to get technical and you want to really talk brass tacks, 2 dudes fucking a chick, that's not a threesome. That's 2 dudes running a train on your ass. Because understand something, in order for it to be a threesome, all parties have to be participating with each other. So if it's just 2 dudes, like I have been a part of male threesomes that were not threesomes. They just 2 dudes running a train on a chick, because I'm not bi and I don't mess with men. That. So technically that's just 2 dudes. If the threesome consists of I'm going to pay attention to my half of the torso and he's going to pay attention to his half of the torso, and we are not fucking with each other, which is the only situation I've ever been in for a 2-guy girl threesome, that's just 2 dudes running a train on a chick. That's not. I don't call
that a train. So me as the female that's in the situation, I call that a threesome because I'm touching both of y'all. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now whether y'all touch each other or not, ooh, I've been in a threesome before with 2 guys.
And they were together with
It
each other.
was, I mean, sort of, kind of, but not really, but sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of is close
So
enough. Yep,
yeah,
they were.
yeah. One had a dick in his mouth.
That's not even sort of, kind of. That's yes. They were. When I say was they fucking around with each other, and one of them was sucking the other one's dick, that's not sort of, kind of. That's yes. They was fucking around with each other.
It was like it was so not planned. Like I didn't even know this was gonna happen.
They did.
And yeah,
no, they did. Because let me tell you,
at least one of them did. I think the other one got caught off guard.
Let me tell you what
they've done it before. They've done it before. I don't think that he expected it to happen in this situation because there were other people in the room also.
Mercy, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. As a man, I can say this with 100% sincerity. Something that does not happen by accident. I'm not sucking a dick by accident, and I'm not letting a man suck my dick by accident. So no, that's not accidental.
It's happened accidental. I know people who've gotten head from niggas accidental.
Okay. They was having like maybe there was a full swap, 2 couples, and he thought it was the girl, and then he looked down.
So what happened was
wait, hold on, that's not by accident. You basically just got raped. Like
did.
That was non-consensual.
It was like a CNC situation.
That's non-consensual. That is rape.
That really was. And so this happened to a friend of mine, and so it was a couple, and them. And I think he was something was going on, but I know that him and his girl started making out, and she looked down, and the husband was sucking his dick.
Yeah, nah.
And she looked at him, and she was like, "You might not want to look, or maybe you. I don't know if you want to look down or not."
She ain't even know what to do.
She didn't even know what to do. She did not even know what to do. And so he looked at it. He was like, "No, hold on, wait, this is not where we were going with this."
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you like this, and this was probably one of the worst full swap experiences of my life. I was at a house party, and the party had finished, and the host of the party was a married couple, and I was there with my girl, and they wanted to play. So I was like, all right, cool. We cleaned up a little bit. We went to go play. Now we're doing a full swap. It's the 4 of us, right? So the girls are playing with each other on top of me, while he was supposed to be like standing at the foot of the bed.
He was
watching.
tickling your balls?
No. He was supposed to be at the foot of the bed watching while the girls were like playing with each other on top of me while I was playing with them.
Right.
And I felt his fingers like move up my leg. No! And I kicked him dead in his face. And I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
You know how you have a knee-jerk reaction?
Was it the good leg or the bad leg?
No, this was when I had 2 good legs.
My God.
I had 2 good legs at this time. This was a long time ago. This was before I got fucked up.
Oh my God.
So you know how you have knee-jerk reactions to certain things?
Right.
Like I felt him do the little tickle thing up my leg, and I was like,
1, 2, 3, 4
this
hands.
bitch is over here. This bitch is over here. Wait, what the fuck? And I didn't consciously think, let me kick him in his motherfucking face. My leg was just like, what the fuck is happening? Who the fuck is touching me? Get off me. And I kicked him dead in his face. And all I saw was blood just running down his face. And evidently I had broken his nose. And
you broke his nose. That was assault.
We were not allowed back at any of their parties.
I bet you weren't. But I mean, who wants to go to his party after he started tickling your leg anyway?
Bro, you were not supposed to. That's not my fault.
Why
you was not supposed to be doing that.
Why are you tickling my legs?
Thank you. I'm justified.
You are justified. You are definitely justified.
Bro, you got to let me know. Like, you're not going to be doing all, because I don't know what he was going to do with all of this. I don't know what he thought he was starting. I don't know what he thought this was going to begin. Yeah, the itsy bitsy spider got kicked the fuck in the face. That's what the itsy bitsy spider did.
The rain didn't come down?
No, hell no. We ain't get that far. The itsy bitsy spider started up the water spout, and it got kicked in the face, and all the blood came out. That was the nah, bro, nah. And I apologize. I was genuinely
You
sorry.
Apologize.
Remember, it wasn't something that I did intentionally. I wasn't thinking like, yo, let me kick this motherfucker in the face.
I know deep down inside you were glad you did.
No, I apologize. I was real sorry. I was real sorry because he was hurt. and I did not mean to hurt him. But as I was driving home, and my girl was like, "Why did you kick him in the face?" And I started to think about it. I was like, "Hold on a minute. This motherfucker was getting fresh. Like, this motherfucker was tickling my leg while I was distracted by multiple pussies. He deserved to get kicked in the face." But yeah, we
so
didn't.
You called them and retracted your apology?
No, I didn't. But I got a call from them the next day letting me know that I was no longer welcome in their home or at any of their parties ever again.
The audacity.
And she called. He did not call. She called. The wife called me. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I understand. Because I felt like he got what he deserved. And honestly, I don't think I would feel comfortable going
back
their,
anyway.
going into their parties
you don't
ever
go back
again.
because hello.
So it was one of those things where it's like, okay, Captain Obvious, I wasn't coming back anyway, so yeah, we're good.
No, Captain Not So Obvious.
No, I'm talking about when she was like, you
Oh.
can't come back to any of our parties. I was like, all right, Captain Obvious, no problem. I hadn't planned to anyway.
Right.
You crazy fucks.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, we should have started with, because although this podcast, I'm sure, attracts a lot of swingers, we probably have people that may not be swingers.
Definitely.
And don't necessarily know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
so
we went right into like
we did.
The stories and the jokes. And
we did. So in the swinging world, swapping is kind of how they refer to the dynamic or the breakdown of how people are going to play with each other. Now, I haven't been connected to the world in a long time, like really intrinsically or very deeply. But when I was, swapping was kind of how everything was determined. You would meet a couple at a club or at a party, and one of the first things they would say is, how do you swap? And that would be kind of what told them how you as a couple were going to be ready to get down with them.
So then,
and what was going to happen.
There's full swap and there's soft swap.
There's full swap, soft swap, half swap.
Half swap is swap, half.
So normally half swap is when one member of the couple is a player and one member of the couple is a watcher.
Oh, I know somebody like that. I know a dynamic like that, a couple like that.
Right. So either the dude plays and the girls like to watch, and they'll say, you know, wow, we're half swap. He plays, she watches. So half swap lets you know.
What's the other half supposed to be doing while?
Most of the time, you'll have a couple like that will be a couple that has a voyeur, someone that just loves to watch, or they're really interested in voyeurism, or it'll be a couple that has an exhibitionist and they have some kind of power exchange situation, which involves humiliation or
like a cuckold.
Sometimes it's a cuckold. Sometimes it can be a situation where it's a dominant submissive and they want to play with denial. So it's not so much a cuckold, but what they'll do is they'll go to the party, they'll do a half swap. The exhibitionist will play around and tease and do all of this other stuff. And then when they get home, they'll fuck like animals. And she'll talk about, oh, you liked watching me, didn't you? You liked the fact that he was touching me. Did you see how he did this? Did you see how he did that? Do you think you can do better? So sometimes it is a cuckold situation, but sometimes it's more of a teasing situation also. I've seen both.
So what I'm saying is, let's say we're a couple and we're gonna half swap, meaning with another couple, a male-female couple.
Right.
I'm the voyeur. I like to watch. I want to watch you, my partner, play.
Okay.
What is that other man doing?
Sometimes it'll be they'll run a train on his wife. If you are with, and this is not me, but if you are with a bisexual man or she's with a bisexual man, it'll be an actual threesome where the guys will play with each other and you'll be the one that's the voyeur and watches. Okay. But it'll be all of the normal stuff that happens with a couple that has a single partner, whether it's a bull or a unicorn.
Gotcha.
And you're just acting as a voyeur.
Gotcha.
And then they'll have some couples where you're not even a voyeur. They'll go in a room and do their thing while you sit outside at the bar and have drinks, or you'll hang out. So
it's like separate room swapping.
Separate room swapping.
So right. You have together in the same room, and then you have separate room swapping. So a full swap is the obvious, but for those who don't know, shout out to Legacy Brewery. I see you. Shout out to my sister. A full swap is when it's exactly it. They swap
everybody playing.
Either everybody's playing or the couples exchange partners. Right. They don't necessarily have to all play all four together.
Right. But it can be a situation where all four of them will play together, by guys, by girls, and they all play with each other. Or it can be a situation where the husbands are basically switching wives, or the wives are switching husbands, and you're fucking the person that's not your partner.
Right.
They consider that to be full swap.
That's a full swap.
And then they'll break down full swap to be full swap, same room, full swap, separate rooms.
Right.
And then they have what they call a full swap giveaway. And a full swap giveaway is when I'm going to send my wife home with you for the weekend. You're going to send your wife home with me for the weekend. And then on Monday, we'll give back our partners, or at the end of the week, whatever,
I've
or 30
never met
days, or
nobody
whatever the
that
case.
has done
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are like the real swingers.
Yeah.
I must be around some sort of almost real swingers.
Yeah, it takes it's ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Man, for the whole weekend?
Yeah, I've had some
You've done
giveaway.
that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some
Had a good time, huh?
I've had some good weekend giveaways.
Some
yes,
good weekend
some
giveaways.
Good weekend giveaways.
Okay. Okay. And then you have soft swap, which is the couples that don't have intercourse. They just
Well, I mean, they have intercourse, just oral. So they won't do
That's not intercourse. I mean
Oh,
oral.
my bad.
When I mean or intercourse, I mean, penis in the vagina, back and forth.
Sorry.
Intercourse. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo sexually bougie ass.
I'm sorry. But what they'll do is
That doesn't count. He only put a tongue in it.
I don't like soft swap. If you're gonna eat my pussy, you're gonna give me some dick.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? Well, let me take that back. Because there has been situations where I'm just greedy and I just want some head and fuck your dick. It all depends. It depends on the night and how I'm feeling and who's available.
So it's not necessarily that you don't like soft swap. You just have to be in a mood.
I've been single in the lifestyle.
Mhm.
So I have never really had like my own. I've had what I call lifestyle boyfriends, which is my lifestyle partner, somebody who I will go to parties
Boyfriend
with.
experience.
Right, right. Somebody that, we're going to trapeze, or we're going to secrets, or we're going to a party or whatever, and that's my date. And while we're together,
Yeah.
at the party, that's my person. But
Once the party's over, they separate.
Right. At the end of the night, I go home, they go home, and that's just like my lifestyle partner, my lifestyle boyfriend. Now I've had a couple of those, you know what I'm saying? Franklin was one of them.
A swinger scene.
A swinger scene?
That's what it sounds like.
A swinger scene?
Because when we do BDSM scenes, for that scene, I own you. You belong to me.
So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
So whatever we've negotiated for that scene, we're sticking to that negotiation. But you belong to me. Like, I've had situations where I've negotiated scenes with couples, and I will tell the husband, "Look, she belongs to me while we're scening. You don't own her. She is mine." So whatever you need
BDSM
to do,
world.
Exactly. But it's basically the same thing. If you're at a party with Franklin and he's your swinger boyfriend, y'all are a couple. He all together. Like, for all intents and purposes, that relationship is the night. That's your man. That's your boyfriend.
Right.
And he has the responsibilities of a boyfriend. You have the responsibilities of a girlfriend.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you are a single female. And in that atmosphere, you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to feel like you're not safe. So it's good to have somebody to watch your back.
Definitely.
So that's something to take very seriously. And I'm imagining that made you feel a lot more comfortable as a single woman at a swingers party.
Listen, like, I had this one partner when I, from the moment we went to trapeze, we both busted each other's cherries at trapeze. He's never been to trapeze. I never been to trapeze. It was actually on Christmas back in the day, a couple of years back.
Yeah, they got that good food on Christmas.
Listen, don't get me started. Why you always get me started on the bread and the
My
butter?
Bad. Go
at
ahead.
trapeze,
No,
man.
trapeze, the sex. Never mind.
The sex, right? Not the bread. All right. And we did that for a few months, where for a few months he was my trapeze partner, and I had to get rid of him because he was too fine. And every time he would go get me a drink, he would take like an hour and a half because he would get pulled here and there and everywhere. And so I was like, no, I can't. You're supposed to have my back. While you were gone, I got like 5 CNCs going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, help, SOS. But that was cool for like a couple of months or whatever, and we did that, and yeah, that it was more. I did feel more safe.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I've been in that position where I've been the swinger boyfriend for the experience, and I always make sure that we have a code word, which is if you use this word, you're single now. Because like there would be times where they would meet somebody at
Oh,
trapeze and they
really like
wanted to,
them?
yeah, they like really like the person. So it's like Buttercup. And that was
Buttercup. I like that.
Buttercup was the word that we use to let me know that if she says Buttercup,
I
then
don't know
that's
you.
when, yeah, that's when I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know her. Nah, she ain't come with me. Nah, I don't know who, what. I think her name's Sarah or something. Shit, I don't know. Jennifer. I don't know what the fuck her name is.
The girl with the
Nah,
pussy?
that's
Yeah.
you. That's you. I don't know nothing about that. So yeah, Buttercup. That was,
Buttercup. I
and then we
like
had, of
that.
course, red and yellow, which were safe words in case there was like an emergency. But the
Right.
Buttercup was the I'm single, so back off. Get the fuck out of here.
Go get some breakfast.
Yeah. And then we had a code phrase was, "Can I have some cookies?" That was, "You my boyfriend, get this motherfucker off me." So we
Got
had the "I
you.
really like him" code, and then we had the "I don't like this motherfucker, get him away
Get
from
him
me"
away from
code.
me. Can I have
Yeah.
some
Can I have
cookies?
some cookies? Yeah. Because you
Aw.
know them trapeze cookies, girl.
Listen, I'm
Girl.
still stuck on the bread.
Yo, them
It's the
trapeze
bread
cookies,
with the
they
butter, y'all.
soft. They got
Listen,
peanut butter and chocolate chip.
if y'all don't go to trapeze for the sex, at least go for the food.
Hey, y'all tuned into a podcast with two fat motherfuckers, okay? There are going to be times where we are going to be distracted by food. Y'all just got to deal with that.
Y'all can't see it right now, but my inner fat girl, she be doing backflips in the
It's
water
gonna
because
happen.
she's too fat to do it in the grass.
It's gonna happen. You just gotta roll with it. We'll come back to the
Literally,
subject, but
roll with it.
yeah, I ain't say run with it. Shit, fat with one leg where I'm running to. So we'll get back on subject, but we do have these little food distractions that we talk about every now and then. Y'all just you gotta just be here for it.
Right, right. And if you know, you know.
Exactly.
You know, you know.
So what kind of swap do you?
I'm because again, in my experience, because I've been single, when I have gone, it's full swap.
Yeah.
Definitely full swap. I have yet to come across like a situation where it's actually like a swap situation within four people, couples or whatever, and it's a soft swap because I'm just sucking dick and not getting
I mean, you sucking dick, you're gonna get your pussy ate, and that's it.
wah, wah, wah.
Disappointment much?
Wah, wah, wah. So I'm definitely not soft swap. In my ideal world, I will find a husband who's down with the swinging, and we will full swap.
There are so many conditions and circumstances to that sentence that you are not mentioning.
I know.
And it is not
I
as,
know.
let me tell y'all something right now. She made that sound real simple. It's a lie.
It's a
It
lie.
is a lie. Okay. It is a lot more complicated. It is not that simple.
I said in an ideal world.
Even in an ideal world, it's still complicated with you.
And
Because, like I said, you got micro penis unicorn horn.
I
Because
mean,
when it comes to girls, you real particular. You real particular.
I am very particular when it comes to females. I can't set up a play date with a female unless I really like her. Like my girl, I got a girlfriend, you know, she's my girlfriend.
That's because you're
she ain't
bisexual. You're
she
not
ain't
really
really my girlfriend, but that's my girl. But when I do want a girlfriend, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And mind you, I have yet
to do anything real.
to
Like
really
you ain't ate her pussy ever. Like I said, you're bisexual, not
but I love
bisexual.
her.
I know you love her. I've seen the love. I saw a video of you loving her.
Yeah, from here up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. From the neck up. And let me tell you something. When it was the neck up, girl, you was all in it.
Right?
Boy. You was
right. Go big or go
killing
home.
it. You
go
was
big or go
killing
home.
it. As soon as it came to the neck down, no.
I mean,
no. No.
A nipple, yeah, I got that.
Maybe
No,
brushed
I
up
can do
against
that. I
it.
can do
Okay,
that.
so
That
you
I
do
can
that.
do.
Okay.
That I can play with the titty all
Okay.
day.
Okay. So it's
All
waist
day.
up.
It's the you. How did this turn into like the Mercy bisexual curious hour?
You're not bisexual. You're bisexual.
Bisituation. Yeah, that.
Bisituational.
Bisituation. Listen. I have a thing like if I think about it too, it's wet.
You're right. No, well, it's wet if you're really good at it.
And I'm good at it. Because when I
don't even know what you're doing.
I really don't. But they act like I do.
Of course, they want you to feel good. They boost your ego up.
I mean, once upon a time, I did have a girl that was like chasing me, and I was like, that's like once a year, girl. Holla at me next year.
I mean, I got crazy bitches that chase me now. That don't mean I got one leg and I'm fat and I still got girls chasing me. What that tell you? Girls don't make the
That
best
you eat good pussy.
decisions.
And you a fat boy, so you gonna feed them.
Let me tell you, the ones. So the few that have had the experience, there have been no complaints. That has been something that, like, I had a girl tell me that she never wants to talk to me again, but if I want to eat her pussy, to call her. We don't have to talk.
We ain't gotta talk about it.
Yeah, she said I'm a straight asshole and she never wants to talk to me again. But if I ever want to eat her pussy, just give
I
her
know
a
a couple
call.
of guys like that.
Yeah.
And I treat them as such.
Yeah.
And let it happen too.
Yeah. But that's when you let your pussy eating skills speak for itself. Because, like, even if you an asshole and the person never wants to have anything to do with you, the fact that they'll still let you down and let you do it says something.
I legit have had like people that the sex is like the shit, but they're fucking assholes, and it's like, no, straight up, we can fuck, but I like don't say a word, and it goes down like that too. Like, pull up, don't even say nothing, get the job done. All right, peace. Fuck you. I'm out.
So when I was a swinger, and I was like into swinging, like going to trapeze once a week, sometimes 2-3 times a week, and I was like really into it, I wouldn't kiss. That was my thing. I didn't kiss.
I don't kiss.
You're
probably
people,
the last person I made out with. No, I'm joking. And that was like forever ago.
Oh. So there were people that I would fuck on a regular basis, never kiss them.
Me too.
Never kiss
Me too.
them. Because for me, kissing was like, ooh, I like you.
Yeah.
Like, I like you. Yeah.
I got a kiss today.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal.
Oh.
We don't.
Okay, congrats. You're talking about.
We don't kiss.
You're talking about the verbose one.
Huh?
The verbose one. The definition of verbose is you're very wordy, very chatty.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The verbose
one. The man of many words.
Yes, I didn't want to.
The man of many words, yeah.
The verbose one.
I got low. I was like, ooh.
Make you feel extra special when it happens. Look at you grinning and blushing and shit.
Whatever.
Look at you, like a little schoolgirl.
Anyway.
You know you love him, girl. You know you love him.
I don't love him. I like him.
That's where it starts.
I love when he body me, though.
It always start out as liking a lot.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... Anyway, I had a moment.
You know you don't hit no flow. Let your body go to sleep.
No, he keeps me up. Anyway,
put your ass to sleep.
All right. So
how
long were you a swinger for before you decided that you needed more than just I mean, I think the story you told last week where you tried to take the couple to Waffle House and they ain't want to take
motherfuckers. Bro, it still get me mad when I think about it. Bitch didn't want to go to Waffle House with me.
You can't eat a waffle with me. You can't fuck me. And that's when you decided you want to be poly?
You don't deserve my dick. I can't eat a waffle with you. Get the fuck out of my face. Well, that wasn't necessarily when I decided I wanted to be poly, because at that point I still didn't know that poly was a thing. Like you said, when you started swinging, you were doing it before you knew there was a community and there were clubs and there were people and it existed. It was one of those things where it was like, you know what? I'm just a hoe. And I like being a hoe. I ain't got a problem being a hoe. I like me. I'm a slut and I like being a slut. So you know what? I'm going to just be a slut. You don't know that there's a word for it. And there's a community of sluts out here. Sluts. And there's a slut club.
Speaking of sluts.
Bro. Will you sit your ass down?
Shout out to Cersei Entertainment.
So you don't know that there's a community of sluts and there are slut clubs and you got whole chat rooms full of hoes talking about hoeing, and they got a name for the hoeing. So when I stopped, I'm not even gonna say when I stopped, but when I slowed down as a swinger and I was kind of starting to look for more, I was meeting people that knew about poly, and they're the ones that started telling me about it, and they introduced me to it. And there was a young lady that I had met, and I knew nothing about poly, and I met her at Trapeze, and she was there with her dude, and we had fucked a couple times. And I had stopped going to Trapeze. Like I said, I had slowed down, and one night we decided to go. me and the girl I was with, and she was like, "Yo, I ain't seen you in so long. Where you been? What's going on? What's happening?" I was like, I'm just kind of pulling back a little bit. This is not really for me. And she was like, "Well, what's wrong? What's going on?" And I was telling her that, for me, I need kind of a connection more than just fucking. And she was like, "Oh, well, you might be polyamorous." And I was like, "Poly what, bitch? Fuck you. I'm not poly nothing." And she was like, "Do you even know what it means?" And I was like, "No, but it sounds bad."
It sounds like there's another dick involved.
Yeah, it sounds like I got an STD or something. I ain't got no polyamor nothing. I just got checked, bitch. I know I ain't got no poly nothing. So she was like, "No, it just means that it's not the sex that you want, it's the connection and the relationship, and you want more than just the hookups and the fucking." I was like, "Oh yeah, that I might be that." And then she was telling me they used to have meetings and they had meetups at Starbucks and all kind of shit. And I started hanging out with her and going to the meetings and talking to people. And I was like,
Meet
"Yeah,
and
this me."
greets.
I was like, "Yeah, this me. This me. I'm the
That's-
poly thing. This me."
Okay.
This is back when I was stupid. I didn't know what the fuck I
And
was
how
doing.
long ago was this?
Oh, this was
How long have you been
20.
poly?
So I want to say about 20 years.
Okay.
It was about 20 years ago.
All right.
Because this was just when I was kind of transitioning from swinger into poly and discovering BDSM. That kind of all happened at the same time. BDSM came first, and I was kind of playing with it while I was a swinger. And then the transition from swinging to poly kind of happened a few years after I started playing around with BDSM.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So my experience in the lifestyle, I went hard the first year and a half.
I bet you did go hard.
I was the life of the party, man.
Oh,
Denise
I know.
loved me. Okay. Like I would get to Denise's house and they'll be like, "Yep, party just got started." And it's not that I was, slanging pussy here and there and everywhere. It's just that I like to put on a show.
Yep.
I like to put on a show.
Center of attention.
So I would put on a show right by the pool and get shit popping, and then next thing you know, everybody's
Well, shit, if
getting it
Mercy could
on.
do it, let's everybody do it.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Icebreaker girl.
Right. I'll be
Yep.
like the icebreaker girl, because with no shame, like let's do it. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Let's put on a show.
Yeah.
And I'm good for putting on a show. And during those shows, it's like that's where I'll like look up and there's like a line, and I was like, yeah, but we ain't gang banging around here. We ain't
The
throwing
gang
up.
ain't banging. The gang
Yeah,
is not
we ain't
banging.
these ain't no Bloods and Crips up in here. We ain't doing all that. And so after a year and a half, 2 years or whatever, um, that's when I really started going to parties just because. Like I don't go to parties. I don't go to parties and fuck at every party.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I do enjoy the environment, the energy. You know what I'm saying? I've made friends throughout these years that, we all go to these parties and hang out and chill, whatever. And I might watch them do their thing or, just be nosy and see who's hooking up with who. And you know what I'm saying? Get the tea. But that's how my experience has been. Um I love the poly life though. Like it was a good experience when I had my poly experience, and I can really see myself doing that. But I can also be monogamous. Like I can go any way right about now.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody kind of wants the same thing. You want to be happy, you want to be fulfilled, you want to feel like everything that you need, want, and desire is being met. And if that's something that one partner can do, you tend to kind of be happy with one partner. If
Definitely.
that's something that you have a partner that's not fulfilling a need or not wanting something or not okay with something, you get to a point where you can say, "Okay, well, I'm going to try and give that up for you. I'm going to make that sacrifice for the relationship, blah, blah, blah." But if it's truly something that you want and desire, that's going to start building resentment, and that's going to start creating a situation where you're going to start to kind of be a little bit unhappy with your partner because you're looking at it like, "Well, I really, really enjoy this, and I had to give it up for you." And even if you make that choice and you try your best not to feel bad about it or not to let any resentment build from it,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's something that happens subconsciously and you can't control it. So if you can have that open, honest conversation about transparency and consent and get into a situation where you're saying, "You know what? You provide me with 80% of everything I want. I think I want to find someone else that maybe is going to be able to give me the other 20%. How do you feel about that? And they looking at you, well, you know what? You only provide me with 75% of what I want. So while you going to find your other 20%, I'm gonna go over here and find my 25%. And if you want to be able to do that, you have to be able to give that as well. Because you have a lot of people out here to say, I'm poly, I'm poly, I'm poly. But as soon as their partner wants to do something with somebody, they're like, nah, 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 that's not okay. That's not
That's
okay.
not okay.
You're not poly.
You're
That's
not
not what
poly.
poly is. That's not what poly is. Poly is about consent. It's about openness. It's about transparency. Now, you have to be careful when you have a partner that wants to do something just because you're doing something. That's not a healthy
The tit for
situation.
tat.
Yeah, that's not a
That's
healthy
not healthy at
situation.
all.
That's not, you're going to create, that just is going to create problems. But if you have a partner that genuinely feels like poly is something that they can do and they can be happy with, and they have the ability to be open, honest, transparent, and they are a good communicator, that might be something you might want to explore in your relationship that might help you to attain more happiness in your relationship without having to do some of the shit that breaks relationships up.
Right. Right. And it's all right. So one of my biggest things is having when I meet somebody who's vanilla and I like them.
Ugh, vanilla.
eh,
Who got time for that shit?
And I gotta tell them about the lifestyle.
Oh, bro, why? Who got time for that shit?
One or two things is gonna happen.
They're gonna accept it or they're not.
Right. They're either gonna want to be a part of it or they're gonna be like disgusted by it.
But see, the problem that I have with vanilla people is the expectation versus the reality.
The reality. Yes.
You have these people out here that are really vanilla that say, you know what, I'm gonna be a swinger. And in their mind, being a swinger means I'm gonna have threesomes all the time, and I'm gonna fuck a ton of bitches, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and the other, and blah blah this, and blah blah that. And the idea that their partner might have sex with somebody never even enters their mind.
Right.
Because that's just not something they're okay with. And then the moment their partner is like, oh, I found somebody I want to fuck, they're like, what? What you mean? Whoa, 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 whoa. What you talking about? What you mean?
You ain't giving my pussy away.
Or they claim to be swingers. Yeah, I'm a swinger. I'm a swinger. I'm a swinger. You see them at all the swing parties. They fuck a ton of bitches. And then they're married.
They're married. They go home to their wife, and their wife has no idea.
Yeah, honey, I was out bowling with the guys.
Right.
Yeah,
wife has no idea. So they're using the lifestyle.
You're not a swinger. You're just a cheater.
You're not a swinger. You're a freaking cheater. And I hate those. Like I honestly despise those. I will not be giving you no pussy if you got a wife at home and she doesn't know that you are out here swinging your dingaling. Like that's disrespectful as fuck. Leave it for the ones who are keeping it real.
And it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
I've been with women that had husbands, and I'll be like, "Yo, I want to talk to your husband. I want to meet your husband." And they're like, "What you mean?"
He doesn't know I'm here.
You're poly, right? This relationship is a polyamorous relationship, so your husband should know about me. Why can't we have a conversation? I just want to see, if I was him, I would want to talk to the dude you fucking with just to see where his head is at.
Right.
Make sure he's a respectful dude. Make sure that he has good intentions, that he's not, make sure he's responsible, see what kind of person he is, see, are you out here fucking a ton of bitches raw trying to catch something and pass it on to my wife, or do you seem like a responsible respectable person who I can have some level of trust in, even if it's not to the point where I'm gonna let you have her for the weekend. Right. I can trust y'all, I can trust her to be okay on a date with you for a couple hours, because although I trust my wife's judgment, I also want to be able to say, well, at least I had a conversation with him and he sounded like an okay dude.
Right.
That would put me at ease, because you know how I am. For me, I don't necessarily have a problem with you wanting to have sex with other people, but for me, safety is
number one,
a really big deal.
Yeah.
So like, I need to know that you're going to be safe. I need to know that this motherfucker is not some kind of fucking crazy
Jeffrey Dahmer,
bipolar rapist cannibal shit
who really wants to literally eat you.
Like, there's all kind of motherfuckers out there. And let me tell you something. I tell people this all the time. There is a very fine line between consensual BDSM and serial killer, rapist, crazy motherfucker.
I can see that.
Because in BDSM, we doing dangerous, crazy shit. So I will be the first to tell you, I'm crazy as fuck. I like to tie women up. I like to beat women. I have fun. I enjoy
Do
it.
you like knife play?
Yes, I do like knife play, but I like knife play with people that consent.
To it. Yeah.
That is the part that separates me from a sociopath.
Gotcha.
Consent is extremely, that's like top of the list important.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because I had somebody ask me time, oh, so what are you gonna do? You gonna beat me if I don't do what you tell me? I'm like, bitch, I don't beat people for free. You gotta pay extra for that.
Right. Well, I do this for real, not
Giving
for...
that shit away for free. Who the fuck you think you are? Did you pay for me to beat you? No, then why the fuck would I beat you?
Right.
Did you pay for knife play? Then why am I gonna pull out a knife and threaten you? You didn't pay for that.
Right. I need the consent over here. Like,
not only consent, I need payment if we're not in a relationship.
Right. Right. So as far as like the reality and what most people are imagining when you tell them, like, okay, I've hosted parties. Last year, I used to throw parties all the time. Occasionally I still throw parties with Prime Lifestyle or whatnot. And so when I get somebody who's new and they want to come, and then you tell them there's a donation fee, so automatically they thinking, okay, well, if there's a donation fee, then that means I'm guaranteed. I'm guaranteed pussy, right?
I am fucking.
I am fucking.
If I'm paying, I'm fucking.
I'm fucking.
Nah, bro.
And so the way that I break it down to these people, and it's like, okay, I need you to understand that these parties is not like, they honestly think that they're gonna walk through the door and there's just gonna be fucking and sucking and juices and shit, just, and it's like this wild imagination that they have. And it's not like that, peoples.
And let's take a moment to be very serious right now. For our party planners, for our party hosts, for our party throwers, it is extremely important from a legal standpoint that you let your patrons know they are not paying to come to the party. They are giving a donation. And that donation is something that they do voluntarily in order to come to the party. There is not a required payment, because legally in the state of Florida,
that's prostituting.
If you have a establishment, be it a private home, a warehouse, wherever you're throwing your party, and sex is taking place in that establishment, and they have to pay in order to get in, that has now become a brothel, and that is illegal. Not only will the party host be arrested, every person at the party can legally be arrested and thrown in jail for solicitation. So it is very important that you word and that you make sure that everyone hears and understands. You are not paying to get in the party. This is a donation that is voluntarily given.
That goes towards the party.
That goes towards the party. You're helping out with food. You're helping out
the DJ,
with the DJ, with the cleanup crew, with the price of the Airbnb. You voluntarily decided to help me by giving a donation to this party. It is not a fee and it is not a cost.
Right.
That's very important. Very important.
That's very important. That's very important. So the way that I describe the environment, the situation to people who've never been to a party, what I tell them is, okay, it's like you're going, it's a Saturday night. You're going out to the bar. You want to get laid. So you see a girl at the bar. You buy her a couple of drinks. You have a conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that game. You got to be able to pick her up, and so you can take her home at the other. It's the same exact thing, except you have a better chance of actually getting laid, and you don't have to go home to do it. There's a room you can go to. There's a play area that you can go to. That is my best description that I can give somebody as far as what does even a private party or, even trapeze, you know what I'm saying? You go out there, you mingle, you get to know them, you know what I'm saying? And if you're intrigued and you want to play, then there's a place where you can go play. But it's not like you come in and it's like, you come here, suck it.
And
it doesn't work that way.
But hold on. It can work
I
that
mean,
way,
it can,
but
but
it's
that's
not
not.
guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, but that's not the idea that I want to put in
Right.
people's heads, because I don't want them to just show up to a party and not knowing any better and be like, well, Mercy said, you know what I'm saying? And then see the first pretty girl that they like and be like, you over here. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't really work that way
Well,
the majority of the time.
let me be very clear. Swinging is a very physical and visually based lifestyle. Because let me tell you something, when I started swinging and I was in college and I was playing football and I was D1 prime athlete and I walked into trapeze, I had women that be like, yeah, you come on, come fuck me.
Did you not know them, ever met them, nothing like
Never
that?
seen them before
Well,
in my
I
life.
mean,
I was a big black dude that was fucking ripped, like, because like I said, I was playing football. So we had 2-a-days. We had morning practice, afternoon practice. We was in the gym all afternoon. Then we would, so I was, and don't get me wrong, the women that would say, come fuck me now, they were not the creme de la creme in the club. Okay. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about them girls that they got a little bit more confidence than they have beauty, and they feel like they look a certain way, but you be looking at me like, nah, that's okay. I'm here to meet a friend. I got the thing at the place with the people. Yeah. Nah, you know what? Go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go get some water, and then I'm gonna meet you in the room in like 20, 30 hours. Okay.
I've been that person. I wonder if that's how they felt.
Yes. Because we don't want to just come out and be like, oh, bitch, you ugly. Ugh. Like we try.
I mean, well,
to try
I can't
and be
that
a
ugly
little
because
bit
9 times out of 10 it works.
okay, but for the 10th one, that was the oh bitch, you ugly. Oh.
And it's okay.
It is okay.
I bet y'all still hit.
Because let me tell you, and it's just like anything else. For every girl that says no, you're gonna have a girl that says yes.
Right.
You are not going, I don't care how good you look, I don't care how much you think you are the shit, you are never going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
So just because some bitch say she don't like you, oh, you ugly, get away from me. It's gonna be another one that you gonna be exactly what she looking for.
Definitely.
So don't let that shit hit you in your ego.
Shout out to Juno in the house.
Juno here?
Juno in the house. Mr.
What you
Pork
cooking?
Sauce. Mr. Pork Sauce.
What you cooking?
Juno in the house.
Oh, never mind. Food distraction. Don't even put it in the chat.
That's the inner fat girl.
Don't even put it in the chat.
The inner fat boy.
Don't even put it in the chat. I don't even want to know what you cooking. Forget I even said that.
And shout out to Hello Tello. He's been a fan since back in the motherfucking Mouthful days. So welcome to the new podcast.
So to kind of just go back to what we were saying, when you pay to come to the party, nothing is a guarantee. Although you might have that fantasy moment with that one chick that gets drunk and just points at you and tells you to come back to the room. It's not guaranteed. It's probably not going to happen. It's one of those 1 in a million shots, but it's possible. But it's also possible that no one will like you. Ain't nobody gonna want to talk to you, and you might sit at the bar by yourself just giving away free drinks all night. That could happen also. Like Mercy said, you gotta.
Or they can do like they do Juno, and then you got the Juno. Juno has followers, like they follow him around because they know. Well,
you know, Juno,
he gets shit popping, so he has the little followers that follow him, waiting for Juno to just throw a little piece of pussy at him.
But you know, Juno. So Juno got that thing, and let me tell you something I fucking hate about Juno. Do you remember when Juno tried to show me his tongue? Oh, nigga.
Mr. Venom. Venom.
The women love your tongue. I get it. I don't need to see that shit. Like we was chilling playing fucking cards. And I don't know how the conversation came up, but he started talking about how all the girls love him because of his tongue, and then he want to stick his tongue out. Nigga, keep that shit in your mouth. I'm not trying to see that.
His tongue is like way out here.
That is not my business. I don't care. That is not my business. Okay? That is a great marketing tool when it comes to him and his ladies.
And now, it works. It works for him.
When he talks about how wonderful of a cook he is, that is a conversation I'd like to hear. When the girls talk about how great his food is and how he'll feed a bitch, I'm like, yes, he will feed a bitch. And sometimes I'm the bitch. Like, you can feed me. You can feed me. But when he started talking about the tongue and he started doing that shit out, I put that shit in your mouth. I don't want to see that.
I don't like that shit either.
That's for the ladies. That's not
I
for
don't
me.
like that. I don't like that.
That's
He
for the
always
ladies.
asking, why you running, nigga?
That's for the ladies. That's not for me.
Nigga, I'm running because I don't want no problems. You my neighbor. I'm gonna be peeping through the.
But hey, he started barbecuing some ribs. Woo.
Oh, we in there like
put that face mask on. I'm gonna be over there.
Listen, we in there like swimwear.
I need him to have a COVID mask on so it don't fall out his mouth or nothing. But I need him to hold a COVID mask while he's serving the ribs, because I'll be like, oh yeah, you feed a bitch, you know.
Giggling.
Let me tell you something, boy.
Well, how see the inner fatness
just saying.
keeps going to the food talk.
You brought Juno up. Like, you know who
I
he
gave
is.
Juno
you know what
a shout out.
I gave Juno a shout out.
I gave Juno a shout
His
out.
name is Pork's House.
With a splash of venom.
This motherfucker coming in here with the kryptonite. I'm supposed to still be Superman.
You can do it.
I'm just saying. That's his fault. Anyway, like we were saying.
As we were saying.
What kind of swap do you?
Hey, full swap, depending on the person. Full swap again. Does anybody want to take me off the market and live the lifestyle with me?
Anyway, like we were saying, girl, we not even gonna start that. No. I'm not getting no calls from Mr. Verbose talking about why would I let you say no.
He don't even watch this.
We not even
He don't even watch this. Okay.
I'm not.
I need backup. I can't put all my eggs in one basket.
Well, sometimes when you put all your eggs in one basket, you just know where all your eggs at. So when it's time to get any of your eggs, you know which basket to go to.
I know where 5 of my eggs are. They're in Atlantic City.
See, that's the problem right there. You just spread your eggs out.
They're in Jamaica.
Your eggs all over the place.
They're in Atlanta.
I'm just saying.
And I'm missing one more. Who am I missing? Oh, we got Texas, Atlanta, Atlantic City, New Orleans, and Jamaica.
See, I like to put all my eggs in one basket. It's just that if I'm getting eggs from multiple people, I want them to go in my basket. So all my eggs that I'm getting from multiple need to go in my basket. So all my eggs are in one basket. The basket is mine. The eggs are mine. And even though the eggs are coming from other people and it's other people's eggs, they mine.
That brings me back to me being a solo anarchy.
Polyanarchist.
Polyanarchist.
Goodness gracious.
Whose eggs are scrambled?
That's what happens when you be shaking your eggs all over the goddamn place, and then they fucking shell crack, and then they fall out and get scrambled up and shit.
Listen, you ever gave a dog an egg? They're so delicate with an egg. All my dogs take care of their eggs.
You done gone too far.
Anyway.
You done gone too far.
Anyway. Bro, just that quick, we're almost at an hour. Like, how the hell?
So anyway, like we were saying, what kind of swap do you? Swapping is kind of like Mercy was saying. Sometimes it kind of depends on your partner. When you get into the swingers lifestyle, and a lot of the time that I've been in the swingers lifestyle, I was presented with a situation where either I had more experience than my partner, or my partner had more experience than me, and we had to kind of meet on a common level. And most of the time, what that means is the person with the most experience has to kind of come down to the level of the person with the least experience.
So you can be equal. And kind of hold their hand through it.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that always worked for me in every swinging relationship that I was in is, even though we were in a relationship and we were swinging, we still had a certain set of rules.
Yes.
So no matter what, if we were going to a party, and I'm okay with full swap, anything goes, it doesn't matter, I still had to sit down and have the conversation with my partner and say, okay, what are you okay with?
Right.
What is all right for you? What is not all right?
Because for instance, I don't like kissing people, so I don't want my partner kissing on people either.
And see, you might go into a situation where you don't have that conversation. Right. And your partner, because they not even thinking that could be you out here, you out here fucking whole dudes. What you mean I can't kiss a bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? From a dude's point of view, who's not in that situation, they're gonna be looking at you like you fucking crazy.
Right, that sounds crazy.
You just sucked this nigga whole dick up to the balls, and you got a problem because I went over here and I kissed the bitch? Are you out your goddamn mind? But like you said, for you, kissing is a different level. than the sex.
Yeah,
So for you, that conversation is something that you're going to have with your partners before you jump into this lifestyle.
definitely.
And like I say, a lot of times, if you're the person with more experience, you're going to have to kind of bring yourself down to their level so you can work on a situation that is equal and amicable that you can both deal with.
And guys, if this is your first time going to a party, please, please, please communicate a whole lot before you excuse me, before you go out there. I've seen people go to parties because they're trying to explore this side of them and try to bring, you know, a little spice to the relationship and end up getting pushed down the stairs with a broken nose.
So I will tell you this, and I don't care who tells me I'm wrong, because if you don't agree, you're wrong. Swinging is not something you bring into a relationship thinking it's going to fix a bad relationship.
It's going to make it
All
worse.
it's going to do is make it worse. You just create more problems, and it's going to be an even bigger situation. Whatever negative situation you have, swinging will amplify that negativity.
Yes.
It is never something that you're going to use. That's that same bullshit as, oh, well, we had a bad relationship, so I decided to get pregnant so that the baby could fix the relationship. No,
That
bitch.
doesn't work.
No.
That doesn't work.
All you're doing is you're making another person miserable at this point.
Yeah.
Swinging is kind of similar. You know, when you have a bad relationship and you decide, well, we're going to go out and we're going to fuck somebody to make the relationship better, all you're doing is bringing somebody else into your drama to create more drama.
More drama. So yes, before you take that step, communicate, 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 talk, make sure that trust is there, the honesty is there, the loyalty even, because you don't want your partner to meet somebody at a party and the next thing you know, they're hooking up behind your back or all kinds of stuff. Make sure that, you know, that jealousy, man, you got to talk about everything.
You do. You got to have
everything, because again, if I go to a party and my person is over here making out, you know what I'm saying, with somebody, and I'm
look, I said
now
you
we
could
gonna have a
fuck that
problem.
bitch. I didn't say you could kiss her. We going
Exactly.
home and we gonna be fighting all goddamn night.
Right. Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah. And like they're saying here in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Communication, honesty, and understanding with each other is the key. And if your partner are the jealous type, that's not gonna work.
Well, that's not okay. So I get that question a lot. You know, how are you a swinger, or how do you keep from getting jealous as a swinger? How do you keep from getting jealous as a polyamorous person? Like, you're in these multiple relationships. How do you not get jealous? And that's bullshit. You still get jealous. You have your jealous moments. It's not, you're still human. You still have emotions. You still have feelings. So it's not that if you're a jealous person, you can't do it, but you have to be mature enough to be able to handle that jealousy in a way that is not negative and going to create even more problems in your relationship.
Definitely.
Because there have been times where I've had a partner and we went to a swing club, or they had another partner in a polyamorous relationship, and I had to go to them, look, I'm not comfortable with this. This makes me feel a little bit jealous, and I need to talk to you about this so that we can figure out a way to fix this problem. Like, I had a partner once where when we met and we got together, we used to go to movie premieres together all the time.
You told me about this.
We used to go to movie premieres together all the time. And then we decided to open up our relationship and be polyamorous. And when we sat down and we had the conversation, we talked about everything, but we didn't talk about that. And her other partner went out on a date, and it was the opening night of some movie I wanted to see. And I got fucking pissed because
that's our thing.
I felt like that was our thing. But I also had to sit down and say, you know what? I didn't express this.
Right.
I didn't make this boundary. I didn't have this conversation with her. And I didn't have the conversation because I didn't even know it was going to be a problem until it actually happened.
Right.
So even though I was pissed and even though I felt jealous, I could not take that negative emotion out on my partner, and I couldn't take it out on her partner. I had to rationalize, and I had to think into myself, what is the root of your jealousy? Where is this coming from? And then once I figured that out, I had to sit down and have a conversation with her and be like, you know, when y'all went to that movie, that really hurt my feelings. And I know you didn't do it intentionally, and it wasn't something that was done on purpose. And I didn't even know I was going to have a problem with it until it happened. But in the future, I don't want you going to movie premieres with anybody except me.
Right.
And she looked at me and she said, okay. And that was it.
And that was it.
And it never happened again.
Right.
But like I said, I still got jealous. I still got mad. I was still upset. But I had to be adult enough to be able to process that and figure that out, where it came from and what the root of it was, and then be open and vulnerable with
And
my partner to
communicate.
have that conversation.
Right.
And I had to have a partner who was willing to listen and be open and make the sacrifice to say, you know what? Even though I might want to go to a movie with somebody else, I'm not going to go to it on the premiere.
Right.
I'm not going to go to it on the first night. I will, if I want to go see fucking Avengers 9 with Johnny on opening night, I just got to make sure that on the pre-open, I go see it with Bear first,
Right.
and then I can go with Johnny, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
But it took something from both of us when it came to communication, being open, being vulnerable, sitting down and thinking about why I was getting jealous, where it was coming from, what the root of it was. Like, that's big boy shit. You got to be, you have to be mature. You have to have a lot of emotional intelligence to be able to get to that place and have that conversation. But if you can't do that, you shouldn't be poly.
Right. And the same goes for the swinging. Like, we're going to use that example for the swingers. If you're at a party and you feel like you're getting jealous over something that your partner is doing, please don't cause a scene.
Bro.
Please don't cause a scene. Pull them to the side. Leave. If it's that bad, you might want to leave the party, go sit in your car, have a conversation, try to work it out. But please don't cause a scene.
That is so embarrassing.
Listen, don't fuck up my night just because you feeling some type of way, because now we arguing and fussing and fighting in the middle of the living room.
I'm gonna tell you what kind of asshole I used to be. We was at a house party one night, and it was a private party. And this couple, obviously, this was their first party. And he did something she didn't like, and they started arguing, and they was fucking going at it. I got a bowl of popcorn and sat in a chair right in front of them arguing, eating my popcorn and just watching that shit.
Did they stop?
Hell yeah, they stopped. They looked at me and they was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm watching the show, motherfucker. Like, this shit is juicy.
Right.
And then they immediately got their shit and left. But it was an asshole thing to do on my part, and I can acknowledge that.
Listen, but it was a funny thing to do that made the situation de-escalate and get them out the door.
Because they damn sure left.
So it wasn't a bad thing on your behalf.
Oh no, it was bad. That was definitely an asshole move.
Like, I'm that asshole that would have sat there with you. You want some butter?
Yeah, for real.
Because you know I like the butter. You want some butter?
But
like popcorn?
And it's like I've seen arguments at trapeze. Like, they're in the locker room arguing.
There was an argument that I wasn't a witness to, but heard about at one of these places that we were at recently that I'm not going to name any names. But somebody got we're not going to name. No, we're not going to name. We haven't been to any of those places together.
That you and I were at?
Yes, that we were at, and somebody got pushed down the stairs.
Island party.
Oh my God. I'm not saying it because we're not saying it. But at this last event, remember? You forgot just that quick. The husband pushed her down the stairs.
Oh fuck yeah!
He pushed her down the stairs.
I completely forgot about that.
It was their first lifestyle event, anything, and they decided to go to this event.
And this event is huge.
It's the huge event.
Huge.
And they got into an argument, and the husband pushed her down the freaking stairs, and the EMT had to be called. And homegirl had to get stitches, but it was all because they weren't on the same page together. Yeah. They did not take the time to communicate, to, talk about their feelings, to walk away from whatever it is that's going on that's making them feel this way, and have that moment with their partner. She was living
her best life, and
he was
intimidated by.
Yes. Yeah. And she got pushed down the stairs. And please don't do that.
And let me be clear. At the event, when that happened, they got kicked out. They have been banned from ever coming back to the event.
This event, yeah.
And they did not get a refund of any kind.
Right.
And that is the contract that they signed when they signed up to go to this particular unnamed event that I won't name.
Right.
Yeah.
You see why I didn't want to say the name, right?
I got you. Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. Yeah. And I was like, whoa.
And to be honest, I've done the event a lot. This is the first time anything this serious has happened. We've had people that have been like had disagreements in the hallway and had to kind of be escorted out.
To the side or
Nothing,
whatever.
nothing this big, like somebody getting
Yeah.
hurt and called, like that's never happened before.
Right. This is unbelievable how you're gonna go ruin someone's event like that. Like, I mean, they didn't ruin the event because I promise
No.
you, the show kept on and the
But
event kept
let me
on
tell you,
going.
let me tell you who they did ruin the event for. The dude she was living her best life with,
Yeah.
yeah, he was not happy.
I'm sure he
He was not
wasn't.
happy.
I'm sure he wasn't.
He was
But I'm
not
sure
happy.
he wouldn't have found someone else.
Yeah, I mean, he found someone to console himself, but he was momentarily upset about what had happened until he found someone new to console himself.
Nice.
Because you know what they say,
Mm.
best way to get over pussy,
Let's get some new
new
pussy.
pussy.
Some new pussy. I'm just
Best
saying.
way to get over some dick, new dick.
Get some dick. There's the saying in Spanish, un clavo saca el otro. One screw takes out the one screw gets you over the other screw. Actually, like if you do it term for term, it's like one screw takes out the other screw. But what they mean is like one screw. Well, you know what I'm saying?
One dick screw you, gets new dick.
Get right,
Gotcha.
right.
Gotcha.
That's yeah. So yeah, I mean,
We don't recommend that.
we don't recommend that.
Don't
We don't recommend the tit for
don't
tat.
use people to get over other people. Don't take your baggage and trauma and unload that onto another person. This is for fun. This is not good. That's not good
We
therapy.
promote healthy relationships.
We do
whether
promote.
they're swinging.
We talk about
poly.
funny shit,
Oh, because we've lived some
but
funny
we
shit.
do promote healthy relationships.
Yeah, we're all about healthy relationships, whether it's monogamous, whether it's polyamorous, whether it's swinging. We definitely promote a happy, healthy relationships, whichever one it is that you fall into. I've kind of fallen into all categories right about now throughout my whole lifetime. I
That's
don't know
because you
what's
get
going.
distracted easy. You be all over.
I'm like Dory, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh look, it's Bear. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh look, man of many words.
I'm Marlin.
Just
I'm like the one fish you remember that's just a friend.
This is just a friend.
Just a friend. Just a friend.
You're my soulmate.
No,
Stop
see,
fucking
that's
playing.
what I be trying to not. I
Stop
be trying to stay
playing.
away from that. No.
With that being said, shout out to Baby Bear, who fed my inner fat girl today. She fed my inner. Here's my little fat girl dance for you, girl. Yeah, shout out to her. I keep dropping. Your sofa keeps eating everything.
Maybe if you weren't dropping it.
Like it's hot.
Anyway,
Like it's lukewarm because I got bad knees.
Yeah.
Got bad knees. All right, so
Drop
there's
it like it's just above cold.
right. So there's a lot more that I wish we could have said as far as we're gonna have to
We'll
probably
be back
do
next week.
Yeah, next week's topic is not this topic though.
Yeah, but this topic wasn't about polyamory. We still talked about poly shit. This
Because that's-
topic wasn't
yeah, 'cause
about
that's
kink.
it.
We still talked about kinky shit.
Right.
Like we be all over the place.
So
That's why they love us.
right, because we're a hot mess and we're just all over the place.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So next week's topic is gonna be that hurts so good.
So next week's topic will be on BDSM based kinks that involve pain. A lot of people think that BDSM is all about pain. BDSM is actually not about pain. It's about sensations. We do the good sensations and the bad sensations, but we like to explore sensations, the negative ones and the positive ones. So we're going to have a show that talks about the negatives next week, and that hurts so good.
And that hurts so good. And guess what? We're gonna have callers calling in.
Yes,
we're gonna put out the phone number. We're gonna have y'all calling in so y'all can tell us your story on how that hurts so good. Please call in because I got like a million stories, and I know Bear gets tired of hearing them because a few of them involve him.
We are looking for any of my ex-clients, anyone that I have had a scene with, anyone that has enjoyed any kind of painful or somewhat painful play with me. Please call in and express your experience, positive or negative.
Even if you haven't, even if it wasn't a scene with Bear though, and you still want to share your
not
experience,
only
you're
that,
right.
but
You're more than welcome to call in because I think Cookie's like she's gonna be number one.
Yeah,
call in next week. So even if you haven't had a scene with Bear, you know you're more than welcome to call in and share your experiences. But
definitely.
I am so ready for that one because that is right up my alley.
You didn't even know how much you like to get your ass beat
until
you got your ass beat real good.
The right way, because I've been getting my ass beat on, my ass beat on thanks to my mama and But
So I'm hoping that a certain young lady that likes to cook with the was it Jesus's lettuce? Is that what they call it?
Jesus'
Jesus's lettuce. What they
lettuce.
call weed when they trying to be nice and not say weed? The
Mary
cannabis, the
Jane.
cannabis cook.
Oh, the cannabis. Chill, chill, chill. We need chill to call in
I'm
next
hoping
week.
that the cannabis cook calls in. I am hoping that because we have done a few things. I would love to hear from Sloan, who has had some experience with rope and impact. I would love to hear from
Oh, you
Queen,
just calling them out.
who has had an experience with suspension and being in rope for suspension. I just want to hear from different people that have done different things so that we can talk about like multiple different types of play, and things that people can speak on and say, yes, I did this. This is how it felt. This is what it was like. This is what I thought it was going to be. And this is what it actually was. Because as the person, remember, I'm a top, I'm not a bottom.
Right.
So I can't speak on that bottom's
You had a
experience.
bottom moment this morning, and
No,
I
I
got beat
didn't.
with a cane.
That's why you got beat with a cane, because you're lying about having bottom moments. You're gonna get beat again with a cane over
Oh
here
man.
lying even more. So we're hopefully we'll have Baby Bear who's willing to volunteer a story or two about her
Oh, we can
experience
probably
as a
get
bottom.
Baby Bear on live on air with
Yeah.
us if she's willing and able. Girl, make sure you look cute next week, girl.
So anyone that's willing to call in and share any kind of bottom experience, we would love to hear from you. If you have a top experience, any of the tops that have played with Mercy and that have been a top for Mercy, we would love to hear from you as well. So please share your experiences and let us enjoy why it hurts so good.
You're so good.
So good.
All right. And so we are out. We've actually gone a little bit over the hour. We be talking so much shit.
That's
And I
okay.
love it. But we'll see.
They know how to hit fast forward.
Right. No, they want to listen to the shit. That's what makes it good. So we will see you guys next week, next Wednesday, same place, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to next week's podcast. Get y'all calling in. And
we got Splash Atlanta coming up the end of this month. That is Splash Takeover Atlanta coming up the end of this month. We have Splash Mocha June 20th in Orlando. Both of those events are great, wonderful, spectacular events. They are complete hotel takeovers. Ain't gonna be nothing but naked, debaucherous, kinky people in the hotel. So you can walk around naked, you can fuck in the playrooms, you can get your ass beat in the dungeon. We gonna do all kind of crazy shit. We also have classes. I will be teaching sensual rope, hair pulling.
sorry.
Really? You and this damn phone. I'll be teaching sensual rope, hair pulling, face slapping, bedroom bondage, choking, and breath play. And I think that's it.
And I'm gonna be so sad because I'm not gonna be at that one, right?
That's no, you're not going to be at Splash Atlanta, but you will be at Splash Orlando.
Splash Mocha in Orlando.
We're going to be doing our podcast from Splash Orlando. So
Yeah.
you will see
that.
You'll see a little bit of what that looks like when we're there doing that podcast.
You will see that. And then also I want to give Island a shout out. She's having a Mother's Day Kinky MILFs, Shades of Pink. This is tomorrow actually at the Grand Hotel Bar and Lounge where we have our game night.
Oh, they getting free over there too?
It's a lifestyle crowd and it's at a hotel. So we have the bar and lounge.
Okay. And then y'all
so
go
every
up and get a room.
every Thursday at the bar at the Grand Hotel, the bar and lounge, we have game night. And that's usually where you would find me playing some spades. There's a spade tournament tomorrow. Winner takes all. So that's usually where I'm at on Thursdays. But this Thursday, dedicated to the kinky MILFs, is Mother's Day coming up. It's gonna be shades of pink. Girls are in free all night long.
Somebody gonna get a hotel room, be fucking that.
They normally do have a room. Well, they used to in the beginning. I haven't really, because I don't go to the room. I'm too busy playing spades.
Look, let me tell you.
So I don't know, but there usually is a room.
The party's taking place in a hotel. Even if they don't do something, somebody
Oh no, we
It's gonna be
should be
like,
getting
yo, let me
popping.
get a room real quick so
Should
we
be
can run
getting
upstairs and
right.
go ahead and
Should
get
do be
this in.
getting
Yeah,
should be getting popping. Not me
yeah.
though. I be playing spades. I'm just saying. Um winner takes all tomorrow for the tournament. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Wednesday, 8 o'clock for the Bear Effect.
Like, subscribe, click, tune in. We want to see y'all. We do this for y'all. It's so good to see so many names pop up on that little screen. I see even Raven made it into the
What?
group. You
Raven's
see?
here? Is that
Yeah.
Raven? Ah, shout
Yeah.
out to my girl Raven. Shout out to Nick and Mercy who are also watching on Facebook. Shout out to y'all. And so yeah, share, follow, click, subscribe, all that good stuff. For real, y'all. For real. We're getting off now. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Same place.
Wait, one more thing. I'm just
Oh,
fucking with you. Go ahead.
I hate you. Bye, y'all.